Now get that out of the way. So no, don't click on that because there's obviously something wrong. See, you are streaming on YouTube.
Okay. Oh, I haven't pressed go live here.
Why do they bring that up every time? It's such a waste. Copy your stream key. Go back into OBS. Oh, no, you just messed up. So stop recording right now. Here.
Are we good now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I hope I'm up here. Leave me a comment to let me know you're here on Facebook or YouTube. Hey, where's my comments on YouTube? They're not there. Just learning how to get all this stuff up and running and all the things. And Chris is helping.
Oh.
All right, I can look at my comments here, I think. All right, I can look at my comments here, I think. Here you go. All right, are we all here?
Sound off.
All right, are we all here? Like that? All right, give me a thumbs up if you can see me. I can see that I am on YouTube and I can see that I am on Facebook Live. All right. Tell me hi if you're here so I can see where we're at. If you are on Facebook. Oh, I see Darcy on Facebook. Hi, Darcy. Welcome. I'm not sure if I have anybody on YouTube. So, well, let's go ahead. And I'm going to show you some things that so tonight's project, we're going to be making it from the new upcoming catalogs. And I got my pre-order, so as a demonstrator I am able to order ahead of time. Hi Shauna. So I wanted to show you some of the things. Obviously I posted earlier that we were going to be using this set. This is called Gumball Greetings, and I did make this cute little treat box, and I'll show you all of those. And then I also went ahead and made this cute little box with the other bubble gum and some hearts. And So a couple little Valentine treat ideas, but let me show you some of the new things. So this box was made with these sweet little boxes, super easy to assemble. You know, they come with the adhesive. The only thing I added was a little notch to make it easier to pull that out. So that's all I did there. So we have those, and then I also got this Gingham embossing folder. I am totally in love with Gingham. And so open that up, and oh, look at that. I can't wait to use this. So very, very cute. So there's that. I'm going to stack all this stuff over here to the side. And then we got, oh, that's a celebration set. So next month is also celebration. So if you spend $50, you can earn some things free. So I got this Special Moments. I love, love, love this one. I have something for you. I couldn't wait for a special occasion. Hello, sunshine, thanks. Just a little hi from me. It's okay to feel the feels. Lots of cute sentiments. You'll be seeing this a lot coming up. And then probably my most favorite in the whole celebration is these adorable otters. Okay, so cute. And then the other one that I have out of the celebration is Calming Camellia. So just a real nice and elegant. I can't wait to stamp with it because it is already so textured, so you don't have to multi-stamp or stamp multiple times. You can just stamp and it's all done and looks gorgeous. So that's those. And this one is you get for being a host, okay? So you can earn that free for being the host. Then in the actual catalog, I also got Happy Heartfelt. I just love the font. Happy Mom Day, celebrate this. Heck yeah. I love you. All day your way. You matter to me no matter what. Just lots of cute Happy Dad Day. So very, very cute sentiments on that one. Then we have the Rainbow of Kindness bundle. And this comes with dies. And I already have them in here. So you get all of these dies with the bundle. A couple rainbows. So I can't wait to play with that. And in the celebration catalog, there's actual paper that coordinates with this. And I'll show you that in just a second. Okay. And then we have this one, Sweet Conversations bundle. And it has a whole ton of heart dies. Look at all these hearts. And this die is like a little pocket. So I can't wait to play with that and all the hearts. I really don't believe that I will store all of these dies in with this set. I mean, I will for now, but I see myself definitely putting this in my everyday die cuts binders just because it's all the hearts and it doesn't necessarily have to go with this stamp set. So that one is super, super cute. And then for a host, you can earn this with your host rewards. We have the little mice. Just a quick note to say cheese. I just love this little mouse and the cheese and this little mouse holding that super big balloon. Just adorable. All right, and then the last stamp set bundle I got was the Hello Ladybug with the punch. And one of my dearest friends loved ladybugs, and she's no longer with us, but I still needed this because it just totally reminds me of her, and it will make me smile every time I use it. So stay tuned. You'll be seeing lots of ladybugs coming up in the near future. So that's all the stamps I got. I got a very small selection of paper. Then I can't remember if, so I have 2 sets of paper here. One is the rainbows. Okay. So this one is Simply Marvelous, and look at this paper. I can't remember if this was Celebration or just in the catalog, but I had to get a pack. Look at that color. Isn't that so pretty? Okay. Beautiful. I cannot wait to play with that. So that one is called Simply Marvelous. And then this one I know for sure is in the Celebration, and it's called Sunshine and Rainbows. And this one coordinates. Look at all that. We got that pattern and the back side and some polka dots and stripes. Tell me what you think. Oh, just love, love, love it. And blue and some blue rainbows and green. Clouds. Some thinner stripes. I love that paper. So pretty. And if you know me, I absolutely love rainbows anyway, so. Oh, I wonder if the die cut matches that. And then this one. There we go. That is the whole packet. So I cannot wait to start creating with that. And then the one last pack of paper I got was this Sweet Talk. And so we have this side, and then the B side, and then we have the A side, and the B side, 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 the A side, and the B side. So those are just a few things that I picked up on my pre-order. And then I also picked up some of these iridescent rhinestones. So pretty. And a roll of ribbon, some red ribbon, and we will be using this tonight as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Yes, Monica, isn't that paper just adorable? Hey, Patty, welcome. All right, so the first project that we're going to make is we're going to work on this, and I wanted to show you this little detail. The die cut for this shape actually cuts this section out, and there's actually a hole, so like you could do more things, and so if there's a slit here, so maybe you could put the little nickel. See, there's a little nickel stamp. I don't know, so many possibilities, and this was the first time I played with it, so I totally can't wait to play with it some more. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my box, and I am going to punch it with my notch punch. Now, if you don't have a notch punch, you could use like a small circle die and just run it through your die cut machine just halfway, just to create a little notch. I have this old close to my heart notch punch. It's not available anymore, but I still love it. All right, so let's go ahead, and we're gonna go ahead and burnish all of the edges on this, if I can find my bone folder, which now, of course, you know, because I need it. and I'm live on all the things. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. All right. Fold all those. There we go, like that and like that. And then we'll burnish those too. Okay, so before we get too far, I am going to glue this piece on first because I'm going to need to notch it before I get too far into the world of making this project. So we're going to glue that on this side. There we go. Grab my notch punch again, and I'm just going to line it up in here. Hey Tanya, hi Kyle. Welcome to my live on Facebook and YouTube. Not sure if anybody's watching on YouTube, but it's going. I think I might be the only viewer over on my YouTube channel. Or maybe it's not even working on my YouTube channel. I don't know. All right, so we have that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to glue my other piece down to this side because that's obviously where that one goes. And gluing this paper on while it's flat does make it a little bit easier. I have this piece here. There we are. And these pieces will go here. There we go. And then one on this side. I love these sweet little boxes. They are so cute. And they're pretty, you know, they're pretty heavy duty. So, you know, they remind me of those candy heart boxes that you get, the little sweetheart boxes. All right, so once you have it all decorated, which I'm done, you can just, oh, I don't think I burnished those lines. That's why it's not folding. There we go. We'll just peel off the sticky or the backing here. There you go. And we'll take that one off. And you just line it up. There you go, like that. Oop, I didn't get that tucked in there. Get that tucked in. And there we go. The box is done. How easy is that? So you could even just decorate it like that. Oh, good, Darcy. I'm glad that YouTube was working. All right. So now I'm going to work on this cute little, you know, gumball machine. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp. And then we're going to cut out. Oop. And I'm just using my Memento ink. I'm going to stamp the base of my gumball machine. And I must tell you, so I decided, you know, I've been stamping for 20 years, whatever. And I decided to splurge and buy the Stampin' Up! Blocks. Not that I needed more blocks, but, you know, I just wanted to see how they were. And oh my gosh, game changer. They are so smooth and like, another company that I was with for a long time. They have like a real sharp edge. So this is one of the other blocks from the other company. See that sharp edge? And so if you put so it has one rounded edge and a sharp edge. So if you don't put your block on, or your stamp on the right side of the block, it's not comfortable to stamp. But Stampin' Up! Has rounded edges on both sides, so it's just a real comfortable fit in your hand. I just wanted to give that plug. Okay, moving on. We're going to color. We are going to use Real Red, and we are going to use Gray Granite. And, I didn't do a lot of shading. I took the dark gray, and I went all the way around the edge of this middle portion. And then dark around this area. And this handle I made dark. And then I kind of just added a little dark around the circle, but not, not a whole heck of a lot. And then I just took my light gray granite and I just colored over the whole thing. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with my dark. And color there, those corners again. There we go. That was like the extent of that. And that's all I did for the gray. Now I'm going to take my Real Red, and I'm going to take the dark first, and I'm going to do some swipes to kind of make this look a little rounded. And then I'll come back in with the light. Real Red, and I'll blend that out a little bit. There we are. Now I'll take the light Real Red and we'll blend some of that dark out. And it does give it just a little bit of dimension. Go over those harsher lines a little bit. Helps them blend them out a little. Ooh, I went way out of the lines with that one. I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna just re-stamp it because that is a mess. All right, we're gonna try this one more time. There we go. So there's those two things. Now I'm going to grab my mini stamp and cut machine. Now, I'm going to tell you, a lot of my friends know I did not like this machine at first. But I didn't give up on it. And I think I have it broken in now where I don't have all the problems that I was having. Like I really, like when I first got it, I couldn't get these plates to just go. Like it was a battle. It was like, man, I need 4 hands to use this machine. All right, so I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to grab my purple tape. Of course, you know, now I can't find it because, you know. All right, grab. Got that. And I'm going to just line that up and put some tape right there. And then I'm going to take this other piece I do have new plates. I just, you know, once you make that first cut into the new plate, I just haven't been ready to make that first cut into the new plate. So we're still using the old ones. And, you know, there we go. So we have that, and see, look at that little flap. How cute. And then, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little slit right there. So, so cute. And then there is the top. Put my purple tape. If it's even salvageable. I totally think I just threw that die cut away. I did. I think I threw that away. Thankfully, my trash, I emptied it right before, so the only thing I have in there was the plastic from that paper pack. Okay, so those two are done. And I'm going to need this again here in just a second. So let's go ahead and set that over here. And I am going to, I need to die cut my little hole. So we'll do that. Take that purple tape. So when I put this purple tape is super sticky and it tends to tear my paper, but I don't need the inside, so I have my tape on the inside of the die. On the other, I put the tape on the outside of the die because I needed what was being cut on the inside. Does that make sense? All right, so there we have that. And so I don't need this part here. So I'm going to take that off. It actually turned out pretty good. I might be able to use that for like a plaque or something later. I don't know. All right. So we're going to set this over here. I don't think I'm done with it, but so we have that part. And then I have another piece that's the exact same size that I'm going to put here in the back. But before I do that, I want to stamp. So I just kind of tape that together. I want to stamp the glass, like the shine piece. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Man, fumble fingers. All right, so one side, the bottom is wider than the top. So excuse my head if I get in there. I hope that's lined up. Oh, perfect. All right. So now I'm going to take, all right, so we have this stamp that's all these little gumballs. Let me show you here. And I stamped them, and there's a die cut. And I stamped them in a whole bunch of colors. So, and then I stamped them in green and purple. So here are the colors that I stamped all the gumballs in. We have Real Red, Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay, Mango Melody, Gorgeous Grape. And because I knew I needed a pile of gumballs, I stamped and die cut a whole page. So they're already die cut and ready for tonight's video. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how I did that, but I'm not going to take the time to die cut those out. All right, so this is my gumball machine. So I want to glue, I'm just going to tap some glue down here. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool, and I'm just going to, because these are already die cut and ready, I'm just going to randomly put them down in the glue. And fill my gumball machine. Well, you know, not completely fill it, but and let's be honest, I have a scan and cut, so I kind of just, yeah, cut all these out on my scan and cut. Took about 7 minutes for it to do. But if I was just making, you know, like one card and I didn't need as many, I definitely would have just used my dice. Trying to decide what color. I need a green right there. All right. So I knew I would be using a bunch of these. Which is why I took the time to just cut a bunch so they would be ready to go. All right, so maybe we'll have one up here, just like, so this is like a faux shaker. It looks like a shaker, but it's not, because nothing's gonna be shaken. No shaken bacon. Maybe green right there. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to take my shaker piece, and you get 10 in a box, and they are adhesive on the front and the back. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to peel up my adhesive. Now I had those taped together so that they stayed lined up. So now I'm going to take, done with those balls for now, gumballs, and I'm going to hold this sideways just so I don't have to put my head in the camera. And I'm going to line it up with the bottom. There we go. And then here is where I will put my top on. So that adhesive is still exposed. So I'm just going to glue my top right over that. All right, and then I'm going to take, and I'm going to cut that off because you'll see why here in just a second. I'm going to take this part off. Now, how cute would it be if you had like real like little shaker gumballs? I don't, so that's why nothing is really shaken. There we go. Give that a good press all the way around. Now I'm going to actually cut around this shaker part. I'm going to leave the bottom because that's where I'm going to glue the base on. But I'm leaving just a little bit of the white border from the cardstock. And I'm using heavy duty scissors because it's got to cut through that plastic and 2 layers of cardstock. So, you know, you'll need some good scissors for this. Okay, so that's that part. Now I'm going to just take this piece here, put some glue on the top, and I'm just going to glue it right there. Now I'm going to take this piece of white and I'm going to just color it with some gray granite because I want that piece right behind my door since I cut that white piece off. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put glue just around the door. And I'm going to glue it down. And move it a little so that all that gray, so whatever comes out down here I can always trim off. There we go. So now when you open that, and now we're going to add a couple little gumballs inside the door. A blue one and a purple one. And I think we'll have one that came all the way out the door. And I think yellow. Yellow would look like pop out on that red background. Okay, there you go. So now you have your little gumball machine with a couple little gumballs coming out. Oh, Darcy, you are hilarious. I know. This set was like one of the very first when I saw the catalog. So this is the last part. Well, not really the last part. We're going to just glue it on to my box. Make sure the top is up. And I'm going to stick it on here and just give it a quick press. How cute. So it's a faux shaker. Nothing shaken, but it's just too cute. All right, so let's finish this up. We're done with that. We're done with that. I need the I Choose You stamp and some black Memento ink. We'll die cut this with a layering circle. Done, done, and done. Get my machine back out. So I have 2 layering circles here. I have a solid and a scallop. With the solid circle, I'm going to cut out the sentiment, and the scallop is going to be a very tiny border around the sentiment. So I choose you. And again, this tape is super sticky, so I want the tape on the outside of the circle. And I'm just going to cut a scrap. Leave that here. A little piece of tape for that. That way I can run them through at the same time. I can't wait to spend more time playing with this gumball machine because like there's all these dies. Like you can layer, there's the gumball, there's the machine, there's like the gold part and the handle, and then this piece, and I can't wait. And then this is for the nickel, to die cut the nickel. Oh my gosh, I didn't have enough time to play with all the things today. Otherwise, I probably would have made 100 things. with this set. So there's the scallop circle. Put those back in my little cup so I don't lose them. I'm going to go ahead and put a little liquid adhesive on the back of the white. And I'm going to line that up. See, it's just a real super tiny border. Then I'm going to take a dimensional, and it goes right there. And then I took some of these matte decorative dots, and they're not all the same colors that I used on my project, but I was able to get a red, a green, and a yellow, and so I was like, well, I'll take it. So we'll do a red one and a yellow one and a green one. There we go. So that's a little bit of embellishment. And then the ribbon. So I thought, oh, we're done. We don't need anything else. And then I added the ribbon. I'm like, oh my gosh, the ribbon makes it. So let's go ahead and grab that ribbon. And this is real red linen ribbon. And it ties beautifully, like super easy to tie into a bow. Okay, there's that. Grab myself a glue dot. And add it right there. And we are done with our first little project of the night. And I was only going to do one. And then, well, you know me, I can never just do one. So that's the first one. So super cute. We'll go ahead and set that aside right here. So there's the original and the one I just made. Now we are going to go ahead and we are going to make this super cute little gumball machine box. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is the stamping. So I'll die cut here in a minute. So when I use the Stitch So Sweetly rectangle dies, I think. Yeah. Or the contour. I don't know. I use a scallop die. I will find out if anybody wants to know. Just send me a message and I will find out for you. And then I cut 2 squares that are 3 1/4 by 1 15/16, which is like the perfect size that fits inside. So we're going to go ahead and stamp those and then we'll do our die cutting. All right, so on the first one, I actually lined up the gumball machine and the sentiment on the same block. And we'll set that sideways. And we'll stamp it right in the center the best we can. There we go. And then on this side, I'm going to do wishing you the sweetest day ever. So, you know, this doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. It can be just because you feel like doing something nice. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the real red and I'm going to stamp the hearts. So there we go. That's all the stamping. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color. So this one was, it seems like it was a lot more complicated, but because of all those little gumballs, but here are my colors. I used dark real red, dark granny apple green, dark mango melody, dark pool party, and dark highland heather. And I just took the small tip in randomly colored gumballs until I felt like I had enough of each color. Okay. We'll do some yellow first. At first I was like, oh my gosh, that's way too many gumballs to color, but it really doesn't take that long. It takes longer to complain about doing it than it actually does to do it. And it's just little dots, so you don't have to do like little shading or any of that. And everybody's favorite, the red gumball. All right, there we go. Done, done, and done. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to color the gumball machine. And I'm going to take the light gray granite and I'll just color this whole box. That's what you call some quick and dirty coloring. There we go. So that's colored. So I'm going to set those aside and I am going to bring out my die cut machine and I'm going to cut this and I am going to cut my hearts. Maybe. Maybe I lost that die now. Anything's possible. I'm going to have to get my magnet out. I'm sure it's here somewhere. Stuck to something. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and die cut 2 of these scalloped rectangles. One, and I'll scallop cut another one. I really don't know where that die went. Oh, there it is. It's here. It was here the whole time. And then I need one set of these 3 little hearts. back there on the magnet. All right, let's go ahead and finish up this portion of, and then I'll create the little box in between and we'll be done. All right, so we will add a little glue to this piece. Center it in between those dotted lines. Add a little glue to this piece. Add 3 little dots of glue so I can add my hearts. There we go. And I'm going to take a white gel pen, because these are die cuts. They don't have the little heart lines. There we go. And I'll go ahead and add some little white detail lines to my there we go. Now to cut the box part. So you need a piece that is 3.5 by 3 3/4. So let me check this piece, make sure it is the right size. So that is 3 3/4 and that is 3.5. So we're going to do some scoring. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Trimmer, and I'm going to use the light gray blade. And on the 3.5 inch side, so this side here, I am going to score at 3/4 of an inch and at 2 3/4 of an inch. Line that up at 3/4. And then slide it to 2 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to rotate it to the 3 3/4 inch side, and I'm going to score it at 1.5 inches, 1.5, and then I'm going to score it again at 2 1/4. Okay, so that's all I will need that piece for. So I'm going to go ahead and burnish all of my fold lines. Then I will take my scissors and I will trim. And I'm going to angle cut just a little bit there on the little tab in the middle. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. All right. Now I'm going to add glue to my tabs. And I'm going to, oh, there's that little, fold that up. And give it a second, just hold it for a second so it can dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and add glue to these 2 sides. Get those lined up. And so this is how big your little box is. It's just so cute. All right, so flip that over. I'm going to add adhesive to this side, and I'm going to line it up with the bottom, and there's like the stitching score marks. So I'm going to line it up right in between those stitching score marks, and I'm going to hold it down a little bit. Then I'm going to put glue on the back. And I believe we are done with the glue. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to line it up. You can look through the side there. I'm going to take my bone folder and give it a good press so it has time to set up. All right, so that's what we have. Take my ribbon and my hole punch. So I'm going to squeeze these together. So if you squeeze this together too soon, this will pop open because the glue won't be quite dry. But the glue's dry, and I'm going to punch. Now this takes a little bit of force because you're popping through all those layers. So you can do it separately if you want. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my ribbon. And I just used my 1/8 inch hole punch there. I'm going to give myself more of a point to get it through that hole. There we go. Go ahead and set that aside. Now I can play with that bow just a little bit to get it straightened out. And trim my edges. All right, there is project number 2. How cute is that? Let me know what you think. And then we did the first project. I'm just in love with this gumball machine set. I just can't wait to play with more. I will probably be on live again tomorrow night on both, demonstrating a different stamp set. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Stay tuned. I think it went well on both channels. Are there any questions before we sign off tonight? Let me scroll up and make sure. Thanks, Donna. Isn't it just so adorable? So if you are in my hostess club, I do have catalogs for January available. So please feel free to stop by and pick yours up. I should be home all afternoon tomorrow and all day Wednesday. So I look forward to seeing you all and can't wait to get creating for our hostess club. Have a wonderful night and we'll talk to you later.